Hey guys, it's Sayo Martin from Ken Blue, and I'm going to very quickly and very briefly speak to you about a few ideas regarding branding. You see, branding is essentially how an organization and a company communicates its corporate identity to its target audience and to the world around it. Essentially, the question that many marketers ask is, if your company was a person, how would you describe that person? Because it's the personality and the personal elements of that person that you are essentially trying to communicate to your target audience. I give you an example. Apple have a very, very clean interface. A lot of the stuff that they do is very simple, very clean, very quote-unquote user-friendly, but they have a lot of exclusivity. So they have an exclusive element about them. So, for example, they don't really tell anyone. They don't really tell people when they're going to open up a new store. They don't really advertise that much. They do here and there, but not as much as other, electronic brands. They don't allow things that are not Mac compatible. They can easily, make things that are a bit more compatible with other software systems, but they don't. If you got a Mac, you got to get a Mac something. And I understand that the reason why they do that is for the idea of exclusivity. It's a trait they want to communicate to you, because that trait also suggests, an idea of being superior. When something is exclusive, it suggests to be more of a better quality and more superior than other things, which is why, people are usually proud to say, I have an iPhone. There's no qualms about it. It's something that they like to show off. It's an item of pride. I know a lot of people that are Mac lovers, and they are Mac lovers. They communicate these things themselves. They communicate an idea of simplicity in the way they advertise and the way they promote themselves, down to little things like in some of their stores. I went to one of their stores, and the guy that works in the store told me they sweep the floor every 2 to 3 hours. So they pay extra money to sweep the floor extra, because obviously most shops, they do clean, but they don't have people coming through sweeping the whole place every couple of hours. And obviously when you go into the store, it's very, very empty, as in there's not posters all over the place. It's clean. It's, very pristine. It's that very, very clear kind of idea. When you look at their products, they don't put too much writing around. It's very, very clear and clean. The idea of them removing the keypad altogether, as part of their branding. So as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's got an organization, when it comes to branding, you need to think about your packaging. You need to think about your procedures, your services. Do they present my company, my idea, my project in the way that I want it to? So what kind of ideas, if firm is something that you'd want to be attached to your brand name, then have you shown that you're firm in how you do things? Is your packaging strong? It's a subconscious thing, a subconscious idea of firm that can be brought through by having strong packaging. Your adverts, your promotional material, does it suggest firm? Does it suggest strong? Do the people in the pictures look wishy-washy and unsure? Or do they have a firmness about them? Do they have a confidence about them? All these things are very, very important. So I'll tell you something that you can do practically. When you sit down, write 10 things, 10 characteristics you'd want to communicate to people through, about your brand. It doesn't have to be anything that has anything to do with your product or anything like that. Anything, just write them down. And then when you write them down, you look at all the elements of your brand and think to yourself, okay, how do I bring out these characteristics in these things? How do I bring out these characteristics in these practical areas? And that's about it. Ken Blue.